Hello and good afternoon, Book Connectors. Welcome or welcome back to the Book Connection. I am your host, Blue-Eyed Black Devil, and I'm here with today's question, which is, have you ever wondered who invented slang? Because I have. Let's talk about it for a second. I know that every culture has its own slang, dialects, dialogues, accents, this, that, and the other. But I just wonder whoever decided that there was a need for slang and what that, how they came to that conclusion. I do know I'm in Alabama, lived southern born, southern raised, and this is where I still live today. But I have been several different states. And what I have known or came to understand is I don't care if you are I live in Northeast Alabama. If I meet someone from Northeast Utah, yes, obviously the accents are drastically different, but we seem to be able to understand each other. But the further south you go, I don't care what state you're in, the deeper the accent usually is. And it's like you just have some sort of an aversion to books. And so I don't understand how all of that came to be, but I know one of my nieces lives in Montgomery now, but you would never, if you met her today, you'd never in a million years guess that she was born and raised here. I'll tell her sometimes, she's like, girl, you just act like you never set foot here. What is that? Because it's just, I don't know, sometimes different slang and accents that gets to be a bit grating on me sometimes. And I know I'm from the South, and I know how we are perceived around the country, possibly even the world. And sometimes when you talk to us, we know what you're looking for. And so we'll say it the way we know you expect us to say it. Like the letter A. I say A, and most people I know say A outside of my family. But if you're coming here from Colorado, you'll be like, well, let me see. I just ate a bowl of cereal. You did what? You say I, and they're all right. They understand that. And so sometimes we are not as slow as people need us to be. Then we go on back to learning and living and going on about our business. But now let me tell you a story. I haven't told you a story in a couple of days. Wow. But growing up, we still have relatives who live and they live, I don't know, how can I put this? We call them country cousins, and country is not meant as a put down. But we refer to them as our country cousins. They lived in a rural area. We used to visit during the summers. They would come and spend the week with us. We would go spend the week with them. And it's just how it was. Well, on one of those visits, the thing to do when I was a teenager was to go to the skating rink. Everybody went skating, and that, when I was growing up, Sunday was the night to see and be seen at the skating rink. After the skating rinks, we would all gather up and go to Crystal's. Well, you all may know them as White Castles. It's a hamburger. Well, they sell different foods there. But anyway, well, when we were at the skating ring, this girl overheard someone ask my sister why she didn't like this boy. And my sister, not paying attention to her surroundings, was like, don't nobody want that old ugly boy. Well, his sister heard my sister say that. So they had a few words back and forth. But, when we left the skating rink and went to Crystal's, all of that, or so we thought, was behind us. You just left it there. Well, I get in line and I turned my head away because the line would be outside because the crowd was that big. So I had turned my head, looked like somebody spoke. I can't remember, but it looked like somebody spoke. I turned my head, and then when I started back facing the person in front of me, I saw a big shadow. Well, people are everywhere, so what? You see a shadow. David, I had no idea. That girl from that skatery came up and hit my sister. My sister is tiny. She is short and tiny. This girl dwarfed almost every girl around, and some guys. So when she hit her, we called my sister Sleepy. So when the girl hit my sister turned around. They say her eyes got big as saucers. She floored that girl. She got a good beat down that night. So she went in there being called Sleepy, but she came out being known as the Big Bouncer. And I'm knowing, or I'm believing, that the only reason Sleepy was able to beat that girl up is because she went into fight or flight mode. Because this girl, like I said, she may have only been like 5'10", but at this time, Sleepy was like maybe 4'11", and she was small. And so that girl so we go home, and we're telling our mom all about it. Our country cousin came out of the bedroom. We were just in blah, 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 blah. And then our cousin was like, I wish I had my knife. What? My knife. It got real quiet. And then finally I just dropped my head and said, I think she's saying knife. And then before I could finish saying, that girl was killing herself laughing because it dawned on her in that silence that we didn't know what she was really trying to say. She just assumed we would, but we did not. We had no idea. So when she started laughing, we just laughed even harder about that. But baby, that next day, when we were getting ready to eat, the same country cousin came there. She said, I like a lot of butter on my rye. Well, we understood butter, rye must be rice. And that's how we had to go on. But I'm just wondering why. How lazy can you be that you just don't bother to say the whole word? But, yeah, because if you can say rye, you can say rice. You can say knife. You can say knife. Knife. But, yeah, I always wonder how we end up with slang. And tomorrow's question is going to be in keeping with today's question. But it's going to be more or less speech impediment that I want to talk about a little bit tomorrow. So I guess this is going to wrap this particular video up for today. If y'all have any suggestions or reasons, or even if you just wonder why we speak slang and why it varies from, place to place, I cannot wait for you all to share your answers with me. I refuse to believe I am the only somebody who has ever wondered why slang was invented and who was the ones, what happened to make that person or that town or whatever decide that there was a need for something called slang. All right, hop down in the comments, book connectors, and share your answers with us, one and all. Subscribers, thank you so much for being subscribed. Visitors, thank you for viewing the channel. And everyone, please remember to like, share, comment respectfully. And don't forget to only share as much as you care to share with us on this segment of the channel. Only what you care to share is all we're interested in knowing. Make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel and have your notification bells not only turned on but set to all, so you'll know every time I drop another gem. And in the meantime, book connectors, remember this. As long as there are books around, there is always something to read. And until we read and connect again, please be safe out there. Enjoy your evening, night. Enjoy yourself and each other. And God bless for now. Just for now, though.